I want you to do like this. And this. Boom, 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 boom. Let's keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Gervonta Tank Davis is coming back, and he's going to headhunt all of you. And my thing is, I got Tank beating all y'all at.
New unseen footage reportedly shows Gervonta Davis training with Mike Tyson. Ahead of his fight against Jake Paul, Tyson is seen guiding Davis through pad work, sharing advanced tips on timing and technique. The boxing legend praises Davis for his explosive speed and sharp precision, while helping him refine his knockout-based strategy.
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike.
Gervonta Davis's pad work during training camp shows incredible speed and perfect coordination. His punches come in fast, clean combinations that show total control and rhythm. Each shot lands with power and accuracy as his trainer struggles to keep up. Observers say Tank's hand speed looks sharper than ever, proving he's in top shape and fully focused for his upcoming fight with Jake Paul.
God damn.
The talk around Gervonta Davis before his fight with Jake Paul has been filled with mixed opinions. But Showbiz the Adult says people don't understand Davis's current mindset. He explains that Davis is now in a place where outside noise doesn't affect him anymore. Instead of reacting to online talk, he stays silent. According to Showbiz, that silence shows confidence, not weakness. The Baltimore star knows words don't win fights. He plans to speak with his fist when the bell rings. Every punch, counter, and knockout will be his answer to the doubters. With rumors of a knockout bonus in the contract, Showbiz says Tank has every reason to finish early. Not for money, but to remind everyone who he truly is.
He's scared. He can't come back to real boxing after fighting Jake Paul. He's going to be made a mockery of. One of you guys said you can call it a fake fight, but it has real consequences. Let him get knocked out by Jake. Let him get embarrassed by Jake. He can't come back. He'll be made a mockery of. He done took a knee, grease in the eye, had a draw with Roach, which everybody thinks Roach was robbed, and then made a mockery of by Jake Paul, a YouTuber. Which is why Gervonta Tank Davis is on Demon Time. Check this out. Check this out. See, me being back on my fitness journey, I know how hard that is, especially at his size with how heavy that medicine ball is. Gervonta Tank Davis is going to go hard, pause, on that Jake Paul fight. He has to. While everybody is trying to dismiss that shit, there's a knockout bonus and everything. You got Lamont Roach calling him all these names. Tank Davis shut off his social media. He can't take y'all negativity, making him worse before the fight. He can't allow y'all to be in his head, which that's what y'all want to do. The end of Tank. And I don't. I think boxing is better with Tank involved. I always say that. If there is boxing, boxing is even better when there's more talented and skillful fighters involved. Regardless of how you feel about him, you want Tank to be great in boxing, then hating him to death out of boxing. If you do, you're just a hater, right? If you love the sport, you want as many determined boxers in there as possible. He's looking determined right now. And with everything that Roach is saying, he's ready to come back and whoop some ass. Where I'm getting this information from, none of your damn business. But right now, I'm just a vessel. And I'm going to tell you guys what's up. Gervonta Tank Davis is coming back, and he's going to headhunt all of you.
Experts have discussed the big size difference between the two fighters. On paper, Jake Paul looks larger and stronger, but analysts remind fans that size alone doesn't win fights. Boxing is about precision, timing, and control. They explain that Gervonta Davis has mastered these skills. He knows how to move, set traps, and strike with purpose. In contrast, pure power without technique often leads to mistakes. Analysts also note that Davis's smaller frame could actually help him. His quick movement, sharp head slips, and short, powerful bursts make him highly efficient. The gap between looking strong and being skilled is wide, and Tank's experience shows why that difference matters.
We just talking hands. Gervonta will whoop Jake ass. We just talking hands. But do you think that 50-pound weight difference, that's going to be a difference?
It could be if
could
you
be.
get caught with a shot. But as a boxer,
Physics.
well, but the thing is this though. Let's talk about physics. See, boxing is a technique.
Right.
So it's not like you could be bigger. That shit don't matter. Like you seen a big nigga get knocked. A lot of them big niggas go to sleep.
That's a fact.
When he been out and the bouncer get hit in his chin, he go right out. He the big nigga on the ground. Like I've seen it a million times.
He the big nigga on
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you right, but
so that you can't go off that. Now if you get hit by a big nigga and you a smaller nigga, then
You gonna fly- he gonna
here
feel
come
it.
physics. But as I'm using my technique, we in a different space now. Big guy, I got something for that. When you throwing and I'm seeing shit differently, yeah, now it's time for technique. You understand?
I'm about to
That's
start
the
training.
difference.
I want to start training.
Shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford. He just proved what I just said. The technique of boxing. You feel me? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So,
While many back Davis, DJ Academics has stirred debate by predicting Jake Paul might score a knockout. He argues that Jake's size and growing experience give him a real chance to land something big. Academics points to Paul's overhand right, which has dropped several past opponents. He says people overlook Jake's dedication to training and improving like a real boxer. Still, critics doubt whether Paul can handle Davis's pressure and speed when things get heated. Academics' take adds tension to the build-up, calling this not a mismatch but a dangerous test, where a powerful YouTuber faces a deadly puncher. Whether he's right or wrong, his view shows how divided fans are over this unexpected fight.
It's going either one. If there's a knockout, it's going to be Jake knocking him out.
You think Jake is going to knock out Gervonta?
Yeah,
He's the underdog.
We got to look at size. We got to look at size. Now, granted, do I think Gervonta could knock him out? Of course. But what people don't realize is that, you know, you got one guy who's a damn near heavyweight, and then you have another guy
He is a heavyweight.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be weighing in as a heavyweight for this fight. I forgot what weight they agreed on. But regardless, if it goes
227 pounds.
Say it?
He's 227 pounds.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what he's weighing in
against
on.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, no, he's weighing in something different. Yeah, it's no way they'll let a 227-pounder fight a 130-pound guy.
Gervonta Davis. Let's take a look.
Yeah, just look at weight limits. I think it's like 190.
195.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to go down 30 pounds.
Yeah. I still think that's borderline. I think 200 is still heavyweight. So, but I think it's borderline.
Yeah, right there in the bottom.
Yeah. So, you know, I would imagine if it's a knockout. Well, here's the thing too, though. So I might actually just take it off the table. I might just go with Gervonta. Why? A lot of Jake Paul's power probably come from the weight. So in 30 pounds or almost 40 pounds, you got to cut. That's a lot. Now, one thing I'm gonna like about Jake, Jake's a bag secure. I could see. You know, I think this is gonna be a win-win for both of them. It's gonna be a win for Jake because you don't get knocked out by this guy. If you can stand in the ring with an actual top-tier boxer, and he can't knock you out, and maybe you land a couple jabs, a couple hits, maybe even stun him once, you've won because you're getting $100 million. That is genius. And for Gervonta,
he says he's going to retire after this, by the way.
Nah, he'll fight. He'll do it again.
Another group of experts focuses on Gervonta Davis's reputation as one of boxing's most dangerous finishers. They point out that his knockout record speaks for itself. Most of his fights don't go the distance. Reports claim he could make around $100 million from this bout, one of the biggest paydays of his career. But analysts say Davis's motivation goes deeper than money. He fights for legacy and dominance. With his mix of power and ring IQ, Tank is unpredictable and lethal. Even if he's losing rounds, his one-punch power can change everything instantly. For Jake Paul, that's a nightmare, there's no safe moment against a fighter like Davis. Experts call him a rare mix of thinker and destroyer, turning pressure into perfection.
Gervonta Davis's guarantee.
I
for
call
the fight with Jake
bullshit.
Paul.
Me too.
I call it bullshit.
$200 million is a lot of money.
That'd be the most any athlete's ever made in one event, in one night. Where are they getting that money?
I mean, it's Netflix.
Okay. Mike Tyson didn't make that. Jake Paul didn't make that.
No. 20 million, I would believe, not 200 million.
20 million seems realistic.
That's a lot.
Even because Netflix is bigger, but there's no pay-per-view model. So, and Gervonta is a big pay-per-view draw, especially for being a lighter weight class.
Yeah.
So 20 to even 40 I can get.
Oof, that's a lot.
40 I can understand.
When push comes to shove, though, like 20.
Like Canelo's getting that 40.
Yeah.
But Gervonta Davis, especially on Showtime, he was a big pay-per-view star.
Yeah.
He's a knockout artist. 200 mil is just completely false.
God, Jake is so much bigger.
Yeah, man.
I mean, so much bigger.
I don't get it. If he thinks this is going to make him legitimate in boxing, I just don't get why he do it.
Can his speed and his ability make up for that size difference, in your honest opinion?
Well, he has to be very smart throughout the course of the fight. It's hard to know in some things. I think Gervonta's just gonna stick and move. He'll be fast, play it smart. I don't see him staying still for too long so Jake can land some shots. He'll just try to touch him. Who knows, man? It's an exhibition. It's a money grab. Jake's fighting one of the best boxers ever.
Comedian and boxing fan Earthquake gave a funny but realistic take on the matchup. He said that in boxing, big muscles don't always mean success. Fighters who look strong often get tired faster as rounds go on. According to Earthquake, Jake Paul's size might look great on camera, but those muscles could slow him down once fatigue sets in. He jokes that Jake's bulk could hurt his stamina, while Davis's compact and explosive build is made for long fights. Earthquake predicts that once Jake tires out, tank speed and pace will expose his weaknesses. Beneath the humor, he points out a truth. Fights aren't won by looks, but by endurance and rhythm.
Well, you're a boxing fan?
Totally.
Okay. Tank Davis and Jake Paul in November. According to betonline.ag, Jake Paul's the underdog at plus 139. Gervonta Davis is the favorite at minus 180. So he's the favorite, almost 2-1.
Right.
What do you think will happen in this ring?
I don't know, but Tank should beat him. Tank should beat him, but Tank is smaller. And usually in boxing, you take the bigger man, but then again, Terrence Crawford killed that when he beat Canelo.
They were the same weight.
Yeah, they were
at the
same
time.
weight.
Well, no, maybe a little bit different after they rehydrated, but they weighed in at the same weight. There's a 30-pound difference between Gervonta and Jake Paul. Jake Paul had to lose like 30 pounds to get down to like 195. And Gervonta, I think, is like 160.
Gervonta all the way up to 160?
Oh, well, hold on. Gervonta.
160?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. No. 133.8.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, he 133.
It's a 60-pound weight difference.
Yes.
60 pounds.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but ain't extra weight on that chin.
That chin is all bone.
That chin ain't all bone. There ain't no meat on that chin.
No meat on that chin.
Ain't no
That's
meat
true.
on that chin. Big dudes get knocked out real quick. I done had a few.
Yeah?
Ain't no chin. Oh, yeah. You just can't. First of all, you can't let them hit you. That's first of all. And once they swing, they motivate them come, and then you catch them. And if you could turn it right there and catch them right there,
yeah,
they fall real hard.
You got to get in close,
because they never been. They don't. I don't know about Jake, but big dudes never fight. Usually they intimidate, and then they can't last long. Their stamina is 30 seconds a minute.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jake's lost before to Tommy Fury.
Okay,
but he's never fought a world-class boxer before in his prime.
Yeah,
championship level,
right,
like a Gervonta. But there's a 60-pound weight difference.
Yeah,
I think Gervonta will win too, but I don't know. I
think
don't know. It's kind of like a clown show at this point. You know, it's like a circus. It's like, let's put a bear with a human and see what happens.
How much?
Give someone a stick, like like Thunderdome or something.
Yeah, they're making a mockery of it. That's true for us true purists.
No, it's not real boxing anymore. These are all exhibition matches.
Right.
It's not affecting anyone's records.
Right.
Even with all the criticism about fairness, this fight has captured global attention. Some fans hope Jake Paul pulls off an upset, while others expect another knockout from Gervonta Davis. Either way, both sides benefit. Analysts say controversy sells. The more people argue and speculate, the more viewers tune in. Jake Paul understands this perfectly. His genius is turning hate into hype. Every critic helps build interest. Even those who want to see him lose will still watch. And that's his strategy. The fight's success depends not just on who wins, but on the spectacle around it. In today's boxing world, the show matters as much as the fight, and this matchup proves that formula works.
All of a sudden, we want to know who will win in this fight, Jake Paul or Tank Davis. It's a legit question. And I actually want to really hear your thoughts on who do you think is going to win. Because I know what Vegas is saying, but I want to know what you think. You got
Personally, I think Tank too little, bro.
Yo,
I think Tank too little.
I'm so glad you have a brain on your fucking shoulder.
I think Tank too little.
I said, bro.
I think Tank's too little. That's what I'm saying. That weight class is for a reason.
Davis
that weight class is for a reason.
5'5", 135 pounds. Jake Paul is 6 feet, 205 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Dog.
He's too
6'1",
little.
205. Everybody's like, yeah, bro, but Tank it only takes one good punch. Yes, it takes one good punch when you're about the same size. There's a 60, 70 pound difference in weight in these people. I don't think nobody puts the physics in mind. Jake Paul gets punched in the face by dudes 200 pounds with all their might on a weekly basis. A 135-pound puncher, bro. If y'all remember the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor fight, Conor walks around like 180 on the regular. He's like 5'9", 180. Mayweather's like 5'7", 145. That 30-pound, 20, 30-pound difference, bro, if you remember that fight, Mayweather was putting mittens on Conor. Guess what happened to Conor? He didn't hit the ground once.
No.
He lasted all 12 rounds getting hit with flurries. I'm talking about Mayweather was having his time. He's being cocky with it, hitting him with all kind of combos. And we're watching the last 3 rounds of that shit like, yo, knock him out. And you know what? He could not knock him out because Conor gets punched by people that are 170, 180 pounds on a regular. And just that 20, 30-pound difference, it was like impossible for him to do anything. And that's exactly what I feel like is going to happen versus Jake and Tank.
Respected trainer Robert Garcia looked at the fight from a technical and historical view. He said there's nothing wrong with Gervonta Davis fighting Jake Paul. It's his choice. But Garcia questions the timing. He feels Davis, still in his prime with many real challengers waiting, could be risking how people see his career by taking this route. It's not that the fight is bad, Garcia says, but how it fits into his long-term story. For him, the real issue isn't risk or money. It's how this choice shapes Tank's.
Like that, but I don't know. What's your just take on the whole thing?
I'm not very interested. That doesn't excite me. I know it's going to do really good numbers. I know they're making a lot of money, which is good for them, good for Tank, because in boxing that's what everybody looks for. I think is, the good thing is they announced it as an exhibition, which is, I'm okay with it. Everybody does it. Mayweather has done it. Ali did it. The only thing, my personal opinion is Tank. They all did it when they had already accomplished so much. They already did so much. Mayweather did everything in boxing and accomplished everything. Muhammad Ali did the same, and many others that have done it. I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clearly. So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize, but then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making to fight, to have an exhibition against just Jake Paul, I would have asked. I would do the same.
No one would say no to that. Right?
If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for $20, $30 million, I would probably do the same. So I don't blame him. It's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care how many belts he won or who he fought.
Jake Paul, however, strongly defends the fight, saying it's not a gimmick or exhibition. He insists it's a fully sanctioned bout with judges, rounds, and a real winner. To Jake, this is serious, not a show. Facing a world champion like Gervonta Davis proves his commitment to boxing. He says he's tired of being called a YouTuber and wants respect as a real fighter. Jake admits it's a huge risk, but that's why he's doing it, to silence critics and show he belongs in the ring. His confidence may sound bold, but it's driven by his hunger to be seen as more than just an entertainer.
I mean, even the list you made years and years ago, Gervonta Davis is on the list.
Yeah, exactly. It's all manifestation, and it's a very powerful thing. And yeah, I think people don't dream big or set massive aspirational goals and then also put the work in. I think that's the other thing is like I'm still doing sprints and track work and bench press and squats and all of these things for the sport of boxing. So when I transition to NFL, I'm going to have a lot of that natural explosiveness and power from the past 6 years of training every day, twice a day.
Yeah.